all Redmontians. Welcome back to Principles of Democracy, produced by Redmont Production House and sponsored by none other than one of the best banks, the CitiBank. Today marks an important day in the history of Redmont, as Oakridge decides its new council to lead forward the lush green town. Council positions up for election were the Head of Commerce, Head of Urban Development, Head of Residence, Head of Event Coordination, and the Sheriff. This was a successful election which produced and brought in power some of the best minds on the server, working together to develop the beloved town, Oakridge. 6 candidates ran for 5 positions, which is not ideally a healthy election, but a question arises. Does this mean that the town of Oakridge is becoming inactive? Does this mean a dying democracy? I am sure you all will be asking these questions as well, as political pundits were debating this in the politics channel of the official Discord. We here at Principles of Democracy will satisfy and end your quest for answers as we interview the winners and newly elected leaders about their policies and ask the Oakridge Mayor some serious questions as well. The winners are Head of Commerce, LCN, Head of Urban Development, Just a Dumpling, Head of Residence, Boy, Head of Event Coordination, Zlost, and the Sheriff, Taolu. So now, without further ado, let's just jump straight into the interviews, as we're all aware that the citizens will be itching for answers.
Alright guys, so now we are here with Taolu at the sheriff's office right now, at the Oakridge sheriff's office, and we have some questions we wanted to ask to Taolu. So without ado, let's just start. Taolu, welcome to the Principles of Democracy channel. So first questions for you is, can you introduce yourself to the camera, to the people who might not be familiar with you?
My name is Taolu, and I'm a police officer and associate lawyer who associates with the RIC.
Why did you decide to run as a sheriff, and what importance does this post hold to you?
I decided to run as sheriff because Oakridge has such a great community, and because I am here to further strengthen Oakridge's safety. This post holds great importance to me because I'm able to be the person who Oakridge will look up to keep the citizens safe or reach out to when they need help.
What do you plan to do during your term in the town council?
I have released a feedback form on the announcements page of Oakridge that will mostly consume what I do. However, I hope to be teaming up with Head of Urban Development, Just a Dumpling, to create more designated parking bays to ensure that the roads are safe. Additionally, former Sheriff Mask 3D Wolf has agreed to discuss ideas with me, and I have given credit where credit is due, that this is an extremely kind gesture.
How will you improve the city during your tenure as sheriff?
I hopefully will improve the city's safety and hammer down justice more than before.
Would you have preferred a healthy election with some tough opponents, or are you happy with no competition, like you did not face any competition in the recent elections?
I'd be fine either way, as Oakridge's election system is mostly well thought out. Had there been an opponent running, it would be up to the people to decide who they wanted to be sheriff. Like this most recent election, when there is no opponent, the people still get to decide whether or not they want that person to be in that position.
Alright, I believe that's a great answer. Next question. Any message to your voters, to your fans, people from your party?
Thank you for supporting me, and I'm sure that we'll finish out this term with Oakridge being much better than before.
Alright, thanks for answering that. And lastly, a question. Why did you decide to serve Oakridge? There are multiple towns. You could have went on with elections in other towns as well. So why so special about Oakridge? What's in it?
Oakridge is probably the most active town there is, and there's a sense of community as well, opposed to, in my opinion, other towns like Willow or Aventura. Additionally, there's recently been a spike in plots for sale, and I want to be part of the legislator while Oakridge is growing / keeping it safe.
Alright, that's it. Thanks for answering our questions, Taolu, and I'll see ya. Okay, so we are here with Dumpling, the newly elected head of urban development. Is office, a pretty cool place in my opinion. So first question coming at you, Dumpling, is please introduce yourself to the camera and to the newer persons who are watching this video who might have no idea who you are. So please introduce to yourself.
Alright, so hi guys, I'm Dumpling, and I've been ever since 2021, and I am a very proud Oakridge resident. I'm currently, yeah, alright,
That's it.
yeah.
Alright, so next question coming at you is you had quite the competition with Cracked Amobia, winning by only one vote. So, do you want to comment on that matter? Comment on Cracked Amobia.
Um, yeah, I did have quite the fierce competition with Cracked Amoeba. Um, he he was head of urban development twice, and he was also the mayor once. So it was quite the competition. However, his tactics for his political campaign wasn't exactly ethical, I'd say. Publicly defaming me, so it wasn't really a good look. But I did win by one vote. I don't know who that vote is, but regardless of the whole controversy, Cracked is a pretty chill guy. He is a very nice builder, and I think even if it's not me who got elected this term, I think Cracked will still have been a very nice urban development head.
Alright, so next question for you. What are your plans for this term? Like, how do you want to utilize the enormous amount of funds that Oakridge has to offer? Because Oakridge, in my opinion, is one of the most active towns in the country. So, yeah.
Yeah, look, as head of urban development, my role is really vital to ensure that all of our infrastructure is up to date, and we keep improving our buildings and our facilities. So what I'm planning to do, because I don't want to do too much. My term is only 2 months. I don't want to do too much and overwhelm myself. So what I'll be doing is promoting a natural environment around our town, and I'll be like we'll be auctioning off the other half of our C plots, so we can get the economy rolling again. Economy rolling again with all of our shops. So I'll definitely be looking to increase the amount of rentable shops and developing the main street further. I'll also be developing a waterfront district, which is currently in the works. However, we do have other stuff to prioritize first. We'll be adding a new town spawn with a very big tree, so that'll be really exciting. And then, as part of my policy, I'll also be promoting better usage of our limited space, because we don't want to waste space, and I think we can use some extra decor around the town as well.
Yep, that's a very ambitious plans, and I really hope and I really wish you good luck for this. Next question coming
Thank you.
at you. What does this position mean to you? Why run for head of urban? There were so many other positions available, like head of event coordination, like the sheriff as well. So why just this position? Especially because Cracked Mobia was also running, so that might be quite a competition. So why this position?
Oh look, this is a bit of real life stuff. Um, I am quite interested in urban planning and city planning in real life. So and also since I'm an Oakridge resident, um, I would love to see the town flourish. So and I think with my extensive knowledge, I can hopefully lead the town in urban development, because this position means a lot to me. It can help me in the future. It can lead me into a future career even. I don't know, something to put on my resume. Um, Also because the other positions just aren't that interesting. They don't appeal to me as much.
Yep. So it's like an experience for you for preparing you for the real life. That's very
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah. So what's your message to the voters? Like especially to that one voter who voted you and made you win the election. So any special message to him as well?
Look, I would just, alright, to all of my voters, my 10 voters, I really appreciate, your support. Um, I really don't think I could have done this without you. Obviously not, especially that one voter. For that one voter, I sincerely thank you. I know this is just a 2 month term, but I am really grateful for all those votes, and I will not disappoint you with inactivity and failed projects. No, I have a very clear-cut plan. I'm working with staff. I'm working with DCT, working with Oakridge, working with the other council members to get stuff rolling. Yeah.
That's yep. So last question coming at you. Why did you choose Oakridge to run for urban development? There were so many other towns like Aventura, which has so many islands that it's such a beautiful town, and many other towns like Willow as well. So why just Oakridge? What's so special about it that you wanted to run for urban development here?
Oh, look, I've always liked Oakridge because you sort of get the good of both worlds, of both Willow and Aventura, because Willow is a very rural sort of town. They are meant to be a farming town, so they're not that developed. However, Aventura, on the other hand, it is supposedly a fishing town, but they are quite developed as a town. There are quite a few buildings, yachts, docks. So I think Oakridge finds the perfect balance between having its rural natural parts as well as developed infrastructure and urban planning in there, so that so that we can enjoy a natural environment while not losing out on the health amenities, on the doctors, on the police, on the buses, I guess. Yeah.
Yep. Thank you for answering us. That's it. And thank you for helping us in our journey to keep the citizens informed. So, until next time.
My pleasure.
Yep.
Alright. Thank you.
Yep. Alright, guys. So now we are here with Z Lost, and apparently we are in the literal back rooms. So, neglecting that, let's just start with the interviews. So, Z Lost, can you introduce yourself to the camera?
I am Zelost and I am sus.
What is your opinion on PCIV getting rejected, as she ran for this position before you?
I think the main reason for him getting rejected was because he didn't have Discord, which is a huge problem when trying to work with other town council members. If he runs next term, I advise him to get a Discord account.
Alright, so the next question, what events do you plan this term? Like, how do you want to utilize the town funds, like in a way to keep the citizens engaged?
I've actually had an event in mind since I first became head of event coordination earlier in 2023, but never had the chance to do so. The Timber Games, a multitude of foraging related minigames where the person who wins the most minigames is awarded a grand prize. I also plan to host some more minor events here and there.
Can you comment on the fact that many pundits are expecting you to perform extremely well, especially due to your previous experience in the Department of Public Affairs?
I hope I won't let them down.
Alright, thanks for answering that. Next question is, do you have any specific message to your voters, your fans, members of the GER who might have voted you?
Thank you for voting me.
Alright, so next question. Inactivity might just have plagued Oakridge. Can you comment on this matter? And how, as you, the head of event coordination, can potentially make the town more active?
I'm not sure about inactivity. Well, yeah, progress has been slowed a bit due to me having been busy for a week or two in my life and me having exams. There are still many projects in the works and some are almost done. I've seen them with my own eyes. I'm hoping to host events every 2 or 3 weeks to keep the Oakridge community engaged.
Alright, that's a great answer. Are you happy with your colleagues and the results of the elections?
Yes, I'm very glad with our current town council, and I think it'll be a really strong town council as well. It might be one of the most active town councils since Oakridge's creation.
Final question. Why did you run after PCIV get rejected? You could have competed earlier with PCIV. Like any specific reason, it could have been a catalyst to a more active and healthy election in the field of event coordination. So, yeah.
He asked me to run in the original election, but I forgot since I was busy with exams.
Alright, that's it. Thank you for answering the questions. So, now I'll somehow figure out how to escape the back rooms. I'll see ya.
Well, interesting interviews going on right now. Sorry to interrupt you, but our sponsors play a huge role in funding the show, so that we deliver top-notch headlines to you. We'll be back after a short ad break, when the mayor will be interviewed, surely to keep you all at the edge of your seats.
We at Redmont Production House are calling all creative minds. Are you a talented voice actor or a dubbing artist, actor, or a creative genius looking for your next opportunity? Look for no further. We are on a hunt for passionate individuals who can bring stories to life with their voice, captivate audiences with their acting prowess, and ignite imagination with their creativity. Whether you are a seasoned professional or a rising star, we want to hear from you. We are offering a competitive compensation ranging from $500 to $5,000 for your incredible talent. Please contact Bipsy for your Discord if you are interested. Hey Bill, how are things holding up?
Not too good. I don't know what's happening. Bills, prices, everything's so expensive, and I'm trying to figure out what to do.
What? What do you mean? You don't know what to do? You joined the SWP, right?
SWP, what's that?
The Socialist Workers' Party of Redmont. It's the political party I told you about 3 weeks ago. They help you with all your needs.
Oh, yeah, about that, I kind of was daydreaming.
Obviously,
Well, I'll try my best to join, but why would I want to join?
well, there are many reasons. First off, if you need anything, the people are there.
Mm-hmm.
Not only do they support the creation of a free supply of food programs for those who can't afford it, But they even want to implement a public housing policies for those who find themselves being homeless.
Wow, and you said there's more?
Oh yes, you have seen nothing yet.
Tell me more.
They also believe balanced progressive taxes, so they are not out of this world, and defend worker rights. Like if you have any specific job to help the economy, you will be presented with other benefits.
Oh, wow. Well, as soon as I arrive back home, I'm going to join straight away, ASAP. Welcome back, my fellow countrymen. Thank you for patiently sitting through. Now, for the most important part of the video, let's just jump straight into the interview with the Oakridge mayor.
Alright, so now we are in the office of Yeet Boy, and Yeet, without any other interruption, let's just jump into the questions. So, Yeet, can you please introduce yourself to the camera to the people who might be new, who might not know about you?
I am Yeet, the current mayor of Oakridge and the head of GER.
Alright, thanks for answering the question. Next question coming up. Many people consider Oakridge to be an active town, but there were no candidates for many of the positions. Only real competition in the election was between Crack Domobia and Dumpling. It is not healthy for a democracy to not have any competition. Do you want to comment on this matter?
We are actively working on introducing more citizens to Oakridge politics, and I would like to also add only 2 elections had zero competition. All other elections had some opposition, and the head of event coordination election was pretty close.
I see. Are you satisfied with your colleagues and the election result? Why do you want to work with? Is there anyone you want to work with, and for what reason? Does anyone particular stand out?
Yes, I'm definitely satisfied. This is probably one of the most active town councils we've had in a while. I'm happy working with all of the elected town council members and I approve of all of them. I think almost every town council member has been active and it's obvious they're all interested in helping Oakridge.
Alright, I see. Do you think the recently elected leaders could help Oakridge? And how, in your opinion?
Yes. As I've said, this council is extremely active and we're planning on getting work done really fast. The reason for this is that the town council members are active both in-game and on Discord, as well as being eager to help out Oakridge.
Alright, what impact or changes in your policy will the newly elected leaders have, if any at all?
I believe in most of our policy will remain the same, with nothing too noticeable being changed. It's Kato, a member of our city services, has proposed a project which we won't be mentioning right now, but will hopefully soon announce in the Oakridge Discord.
Alright, so one question which many people had, the Galactic Empire of Redmont, that is the GER, won the most seats, and many political pundits comment that the GER has established a stronghold in Oakridge. Can you comment on this matter?
Oakridge is a town which the GER has always actively participated in, and most of the Oakridge residents are GER. The GER has been one of the only parties which has always been trying their best to help Oakridge, which is why it's no wonder that most of the residents support the GER.
Alright, that's a very great answer. So, the last question for you. Do you think you can work more efficiently with the other department heads because they are with the GER or due to some emotional reasons? Because you might just have you might have chemistry with them. So what is your opinion?
I think I can work efficiently with most people, whether they are from the GER or not. I never look at political party affiliations when working with someone, and an example of this would be my cabinet during all of my presidential campaigns, which had members from many different parties. I think it might help a bit that I've worked with some of the town council members in the past due to them being GR, but other than that, it doesn't make much of a difference for me. Well, I hope we satisfied your questions. That's it for this episode. We should return with more soon as we aim to satisfy your political needs and keep you up to date on all legal matters. Check out CitiBank, thanks to the Redmont production house. And this is me, Snowy Heart, signing off. Adios.